Hey guys, Alan from Simple Crew and CrewFire here, and in this video we're going to go over what is a brand ambassador. Real quick overview on who I am, just so you know what kind of experience I have I'm bringing to the table with this kind of sharing. I started out in street team management and working for concert promoters, and eventually got a job working for Red Bull. I was a student brand manager, which I'll go over later in a future video. Then my first job out of Yelp, or out of college, I worked for Yelp.com, which many of you guys know, as an account executive before starting my own startups. I knew I wanted to get into tech, and Yelp was my entry point. And then I started eventually two companies in the marketing space, Simple Crew and CrewFire, and both are geared towards street team and brand ambassador management. And so I'll mention those later in the video. But here we're just going to go over, what is a brand ambassador program. This is also, kind of what is a street team program, because the two are related. And we can start by defining it. And so the short answer is a brand ambassador is someone who represents your brand, product, event, or service. These are people that are doing marketing for you. And the longer answer would include that the work that they do is a combination of online and offline tactics that are going to spread the word about your business, and they often do this on a personal and direct level, and they bring in experience to your target demographic. So more than just a passive ad on the internet or traditional advertising on print or radio or television. A lot of times with brand ambassadors and with street teams, you're actually giving your target demographic an experience with your company. And so how do they deliver that experience, and how do they spread that word? And this is where we get into what brand ambassadors do. And this falls under two categories. The first category is offline strategies. Brand ambassadors can spread the word about your product or service or events or brand by doing sampling and product demos. So if you're familiar with a lot of beverage companies, or a lot of companies will do this inside grocery stores, or Red Bull with their wings team. Sampling and product demos are extremely common way for brand ambassadors to market on your behalf. Distributed marketing material, and so this is getting into like the heart of street teams, or a lot of real estate wholesalers do bandit signs, and this is where you're putting posters or flyers, pop-ups, bandit signs all around a region or around a campus, college campuses, in head shops, in cafes, and that kind of thing, community bulletin boards. Also, this can apply to political campaigns. Anytime that every 4 years when they do a big presidential election, and you're going to see tons of Obama signs and Clinton campaign signs. These distributed marketing materials are put up oftentimes by volunteers, sometimes by paid brand ambassadors. And it's one other way that brand ambassadors are very commonly used to market in the field. Another thing that brand ambassadors can do is sticker bombing, and this is common in a lot of metropolitan areas, New York City, San Francisco, LA. You're going to see tons of this, and people going. It's a guerrilla marketing tactic, not always legal, so you want to check with your local city regulations. But sticker bombing is a common way, especially for in the entertainment space or in the lifestyle brand space. You get a lot of people that are building brands off of sticker bombing, including a lot of the street art, a lot of the street brands and record labels. Sticker bombing around big cities and urban areas is a very common way to spread the word. And last is engaging in word of mouth. So this is kind of like sparking virality, if you will, giving your brand ambassador the talking points to share information about your company, about your product, service, app, whatever it is. The next component, the second segment of what brand ambassadors do, is online strategies. So online word of mouth, which includes inviting their friends to Facebook events and your Facebook fan pages, very common strategy. They can also share links and content and flyers on their personal Facebook, Twitter, Instagram feeds, posting on message boards. These are all ways to spread online word of mouth. Other ideas here, you could have them leaving reviews for you on Yelp or TripAdvisor. You could have them just taking part or organizing Twitter chats or live streams. So there's lots of ways that if you just imagine a team of people that are passionate about your company, passionate about your brand, product, or service, what are some ways that you can get them to spread the word about you online? Tons of things will come to mind, so these are just a couple ideas. In the last section, we're going to go over here are the benefits of brand ambassadors. What's unique about this marketing channel versus the tons of other marketing channels that you have available to you today? And the first is it is a channel for increased marketing outreach. And it stands out through the noise. And what I mean by this is there's a proliferation of free and cheap marketing resources now, or marketing channels now on Twitter, Facebook, social media, etc. And there's a lot of noise. A lot of people are in that channel, and in doing so, it becomes harder for especially smaller businesses to stand out in these channels. Whereas with brand ambassadors and street teams, it's actually there's not that much noise in this channel. These are people that are at events, or they're on campus, or they're doing little publicity stunts and little activations. And it's a very unique marketing channel that's not really being taken that much advantage of. So if you do this, you stand out from the crowd. Another benefit of brand ambassadors is it gives you a chance to engage your audience, fans, or supporters by actually getting them involved in the marketing. And so, especially if you think about entertainment brands or lifestyle brands, engaged audience, you'll have people that want to support your, if they're passionate about your company. If it's a concert venue, I started volunteering to do street team brand ambassador work for concert venues, music festivals, my favorite artists. That's actually how I got started in this industry. But not just for the entertainment space. You also have brands like Red Bull or Uber or other, kind of cool, sexy companies that have these followings, these passionate supporters. And with a brand ambassador program, you give them a chance to take part in marketing for you and giving them a chance to engage in your company, and that's a win-win. Also, you can focus on extremely targeted campaigns and demographics. So this gives you a chance to, especially in the entertainment space, if you're thinking about targeting people that go to concerts that are similar to your artist or venue. So in a region, you can create an event calendar and create and have your brand ambassadors go to that. For a lifestyle brand, say it's a sports energy drink, or say it's an urban lifestyle brand, like a sneaker company, or like a urban apparel company. You can go to events or stores or locations or shops where your target demographic is clustered. So it's the same thing as targeting people online. If you're doing Facebook advertising is one example of, if you're marketing let's just say an energy drink, you can target people on Facebook that like active lifestyle fan pages, or like running, or like camping, that kind of thing, the outdoor space. Same thing with street teams and brand ambassadors. You can do that in the real world. So instead of trying to catch these people when they're on Facebook, or catching these people when they're driving or something on the radio, or reading something on the internet or something like that, you can actually target people while they're at events. So I know of energy drink companies that go and set up sampling booths at 5Ks or at marathons or at sporting events. Or if you other examples of this are when I worked for Red Bull, we would set up the target demographic was student organizations and fraternities and sororities and nightlife. So it was very easy for us to meet those target demographics in the real world, and so it becomes a very powerful way. And the last thing here, or actually second to last thing here, I've talked about seeding virality. And with any word of mouth, or with any kind of hopefully viral campaign, your product or service matter a lot, but there needs to be a community there to kind of to be the first people to start sharing it. So if you can if you build a community of brand ambassadors around your product, it makes it a lot more, you start off on a much stronger footing, and it can eventually grow much quicker as a result of this bigger seeded community. And the last thing is they are creating an experience with your target demographic. So if you can imagine, especially with demoing, if you're a product company and you can do a product samples, or another example, this is there was a and this is kind of a unique spin on this, but at a local co-working space I went to, there was a massage spa that was a local massage, a local spa. Every Thursday would come and do free like 5 or 10 minute massages for all the people that were working in the co-working space, and their business, and it was huge for their business, because then people became fans of them and they got hooked on it and wanted to do more. But so they'd go to the spa. So if you create an experience around your product or your service or brand, and then even if it's something as simple as like sharing a sticker with someone. At one of my first businesses, we created called headstash.com. It was like a lifestyle business around jam bands, electronic music, and we created these really cool stickers that we gave out to people to share at music festivals and concerts. And when people receive them, it's not passive. If someone looks you in the eye and hands you something, it's a much more engaging experience with your product or with your service or your brand. And with brand ambassadors and street teams, you have the opportunity to create that experience. So this is it. This is the overview of what brand ambassadors are and what street teams are. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. You can contact me at alan@crewfire.com. And you can check out, we offer some tools that help you with brand ambassadors and street teams. CrewFire.com is a tool that helps you amplify your voice on Twitter and Facebook using your brand ambassadors. And SimpleCrew.com is a brand ambassador and street team management platform. It streamlines the reporting process so you can manage your street team more effectively and with more accountability. So check us out online, and in the next video, we'll be going over more brand ambassador management. This whole video series is dedicated to brand ambassador management, information, insights, sharing everything we know with you. But of course, feel free. I want to make more and more of these, so feel free, please email me, alan@crewfire.com, with whatever questions you have, and you might just see your question show up in a blog post or in a future video. So thanks, guys. Look forward to the next video.